Hello there. And as I've done Dracula before, why not this one? Everyone remembers this one. It's a classic. That being Bram Stoker's Dracula. I say it again, Bram Stoker's Dracula. Starring Reeves, Anthony Hopkins, and a lot of other damn good actors, even the dude that likes to shoplift. That's right, you've got them all. As well as one of my other date actors, Gary Oldman as Dracula. That's right, Gary Oldman as Dracula. And to be all fairness, this one is more faithful to the book. Bear with me, I'll say it again, more faithful to the book. Yep, I apologise there, but yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula from 1992. It's a fucking good one. I love it because this is a love story. It's definitely horror. It's definitely everything, and this is more faithful to the book. Now, as you know, I did the one with Fancinero. That's it. Fancinero, I can remember his fucking name. And Fancinero, that's it. Fancinero. And that was in 79 when they did that. It was like this and this and this until they decided to do another Dracula film. That being, bear with me, this film, Bram Stoker's Dracula, which is more faithful than any fucking film of Dracula. This is supposed to be the one what is more faithful. The director, as we know, was the same director what given us The Godfather 1 and 2 and 3. Sadly, the third one's shit, but you know, it is what it is. But 1 and 2 of the Godfathers are damn good ones. So there you go. And this is faithful. You got Anthony Hopkins as, you know, as my friend Van Helsing. And I like Van Helsing. I mean, I always have done, you know what I mean? But to be honest, I'm more of a lover of Peter Trussen as Van Helsing. But Anthony Hopkins, he still delivers a good one as Van Helsing. And you got the beautiful dude with ginger hair, if I can remember the fucking name. Lucille, I think her name was. Or Lucy. I think her name was Lucy. I could be writing wrong there. Normally I don't fancy girls with ginger hair, but on this occasion I definitely fancied her. Especially when you got a werewolf thing humping her. Now they say it was raping her, but to me it looked like she was enjoying it and she was getting a good fucking roger in. Love that scene. And she gets bitten, and as you know, you got blood gushing out everywhere, and she turns into a fucking vampire. I say it again. She gets turned into a fucking vampire. And what fucking makeup. They played her totally right. I don't think I've got a new light bulb today, which I mentioned before, which is making me look fucking right. But the right makeup they put on her, right, I shit you not, and when they was making this film, she had ordered this kid, right, I think it was one of the producer's daughters, so I could be writing wrong on that, and she had ordered this little girl, and when you see the girl crying in the river and looking really scared shitless, that was not acting. That was not acting. That poor kid was scared shitless with his dirt, with pale white face. But I love it. I just love it because it's like I say, it's a love story, and it's an horror film. It's everything. And as you may or may not know, in real life there was a real Dracula. No, I don't mean he had fangs and he was biting people on the fucking neck. But in real life there was a real fucking Dracula. He was a man in the olden times who had a wooden stake, and he was in the days of war, and he was staking people with a wooden stake, and he was a Tautis. So that was why they called him Dracula, and that's what inspired the writer who did this. That being, you know, bear with me. Bram Stoker, I should say, I'm glad to read this, I remember. Bram Stoker, that's what inspired Bram Stoker to make the book. Until he made it more horror and come up with all ideas of making it horror. Vampire bats, he mixed the idea of Dracula, and the rest is fucking history. I mean, they're in different versions, like the 1972 Natu Vatu, which I've got, 1972 one, Deviney Fighting. And, you know, whether you like Gary Oldman in real life or you don't like him, you got to give the man his fucking due. He made this his own Dracula. Didn't die to act like fucking Ben Bedoster. Didn't die to act like Christopher Lee. Didn't die to act like Vance Didero. He made it his fucking own. It's a love story. It's a tragedy. It's everything. There's a scene in it where I think was similar to Prince of Darkness, where he cuts his chest open, but unlike Prince of Darkness, Dracula's Prince of Darkness, where they come out in the nick of time because they weren't going to sell that much. In this, you do see a go and sucks the blood out of him, and I don't mean in that sense. But I love it. I just love it. You know, it's satisfying, and it's a very sad tragedy story. But do I feel sorry for him in some parts? Not really, because he's a monster in this. Dracula in this is a fucking monster. And I think at the time there was a making on the DVD, which is called, if I can read it, Dracula the Man, the Myth, the Legend. That's it, I read it again. Dracula, the Man, the Myth, the Legend. And it basically is a biography of how this film was made. It's back in its day, 92. And they actually filmed this on set. They filmed it on fucking set. And I say to Anna Reeves, I admit though, Anna Reeves in this, if people want to insult, like, Dennis Waterman in the Stars of Dracula, no, he's had a big posh fucking truckney voice, or proper Brit. What's how he fucking does it? You know, Anna Reeves, what's how he does it? Those bladding roofs sound of music. I know I'm doing it laughable, but that's his fucking acting. That is his fucking acting. An American trying to act like a Brit, upper class, is fucking laughable. That is Anna Reeves. It's not his fault. To me, I just felt he was miscast in this. I mean, I like him in other films, but in this, I just thought it was fucking laughable. It was laughable. But let's not forget the song by the Reeves. You know, I think it was called Love of the Vampire, or it could be right and wrong there. It could be either Kiss of the Vampire or Love for. I think it was called, that's no brother. It was called Love of the Vampire, which is beautiful. It's a beautiful song. It's played at the end. It's just the same. They don't have the original music video to this, you know, by the Reeves, Love of the Vampire. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. You know, it has that horror elements in it. There's a bit where the dude vomits his blood and Anthony Hopkins his face. But this was faithful because, in all fairness, before we had the Fancied Arrows Dracula, I said it before, you had shit. You had Dracula. You've even had a fucking porno version in the late 70s of Dracula. I'm not making this shit up, people. They even had a porno version of it. So Dracula at that point, it was becoming a fucking joke. It was thankful for Fancied Arrow, and this one, which is the most faithful, this is more faithful to the fucking book than anything else. Now I know they did one in 74 with Jack Palance. Pretty good one, I've got that. One day, doesn't burn out doing Dracula and vampire films, believe me. But one day around the road, I'll probably do that. But this one, this to me is a damn good film. I love to see where they're in the ice, and you do get the 3 vampire women, just like the one in Ben Bedosti played Dracula, but in this they are fucking frightening. There's bits where they're in the nud and that. And then there's a scene where they eat a baby, but it's not chewing your fucking face. But, you know, I have to say, it's not like fucking Soviet fucking film. So let's not talk about that one. The happier. But, you know, it's professionally done. But, you know, I'm like that. I just don't like I'm done to kids. I know it's only a fucking movie, but I'm like that. I just don't like seeing harm done to kids, even if it's only a fucking movie. But again, Dracula gets it. Epic death. He gets beheaded. There's a lot of beheading in this, by the way. Even the 3 women get beheaded, and he dies. That's a sad ending, like most of the Dracula films. Doesn't have the typical sequel play ending like the 79 one did, but it's still a good one. And again, I love the song at it at the end, Love of the Vampire. This Ben Bedosta's Dracula, right? Ben Bedosta, you know, there, Ben Bedosta, bear with me. Ben Jolters, I'm not saying Ben Bedosta, I've got him in my brain. He's biting my brain, he's sucking the blood out of it, he's draining the fucking energy out of it, fuck me. Yeah, yeah, but this version, if I can fucking get it right. Ben Jolter, Ben Jolter's fucking Dracula. This to me is more faithful to the book. I've never read the book, but I've heard it's a damn good book. This is as faithful as you're going to get as the book version of Dracula than any film. Check it out, 1992, still a fucking good one. it's a dud one. Into them. I'll see you later.